Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you see the recording? You see recording?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 34 of the Best Day Ever Crafting Podcast. My name is Arthella, also known as Eris Knits on Ravelry and Instagram.
And my name is Trish, and I can be found on Instagram and Ravelry as Tie-Dye Diva. So we're back to share with you all what we've been up to, what we've been working on in our crafting world. Hope you all are doing well and staying healthy, you and yours. Things are just coming along on this end, as usual, still sheltering in place and trying to stay safe, pretty much. So I guess before we get started with the making, we will do our prize winner for week 7 for the Confidence and Hope Make-Along.
Okay. But you usually do your spiel about this is a podcast about our for our
Yes,
first-time viewers.
You're supposed to do that because you did the opening.
I don't have the I don't have that part memorized. However, we're a podcast about crafting, and we share with you our making journey. And yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. All
What
the
else?
things we're obsessed with making. Making all the things and all
Making all the things.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. Good enough. So since we're recording on Zoom, for those of you for new viewers, I could possibly download this and do all the edits and all the fancy stuff, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. So yeah,
it's
you
good.
have, yeah, it's all good, all good. I'm loving your birds. They sound so happy.
They are, and they're pretty much out all day.
I know. Awesome. And
You
is
can
that
really
rose
hear them.
bush? I can, loud and clear.
Yes, and behind me is a rose bush
Really pretty.
that Jack has been trying to curate or keep the deer from eating up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We have one on the other side, and he put like a barrier around it.
Right. Like it's like
So
an
I guess he
invisible
just
barrier.
They feed on just one of them and not both.
Okay.
It's like some mesh, some mesh.
Right.
Yeah, he rigged it up some kind.
Cool. It's so pretty. So pretty. So if she disappears, it's because it started raining. So she's gonna run in and set up on the inside, and I'll hold down a fort until you get back.
It's so nice, the breeze. So I hope it just blows over.
I hope so too. So anyway, you have the winner for prize for week 7 for the make-along.
Yes, I do. So week 7's giveaway was a skein of the Plucky Knitter Bulky in the Pico Blue number 5 colorway, along with a Ravelry download of the Maggie's Beret hat pattern by Danielle Romanetti. And of course, I didn't bring the skein here, but we showed it last week.
Mm-hmm.
And we had quite a few comments. We had over 34 comments, and random number generators picked number 34.
Wow, okay.
Number 34 is Devin. Her Ravelry name is No Loose End. And she likes to, so the prompt for the giveaway was, what is your favorite or your go-to pattern or make? Something that you really enjoy making. You can whip them up pretty quick, and it's like a palette cleanser. You just really enjoy making them.
Mm-hmm.
So she enjoys making these pumpkins that she knits. and she created the pattern herself. She has a picture of them in the thread,
Okay.
and they're so cute.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's fun. She said she can. They're a real hit with the family and friends, and she comes up with different variations of them, and they're really cute.
How
I like
cute.
pumpkins too. I may try those. But okay, so you said, Devin,
Oh, I
that
see them. They
you see
are
them.
cute.
So
Yes.
Devin, you don't have a published pattern, huh? So I would have to find another pattern if I wanted to make the pumpkins. But anyway, thanks for participating in the giveaway. And please send me your shipping address, including your full name, and I'll get the prize right out to you.
Awesome. Congratulations, Devin. Awesome. So we have a prize for week 8, and that is a mini skein set that was generously donated by Wax and Skein. Again, she donated the prize from a couple of weeks ago also. So this is called the Hope Springs mini set. And how appropriate.
Isn't that pretty?
Isn't it pretty? Let me turn around this way so you can see.
Wow.
Really, really pretty.
Really, really. And those
so nice.
Those look like more than mini skeins. That's a fat mini skein, isn't it?
It's 80 yards. Each one is 80 yards.
Oh wow.
20 grams, fingering weight, 80% merino, 20% nylon. So 8 times 5 that's 400 yards.
That's 400 yards.
Wow, awesome. So, and I love the name Hope Springs. That's what we're all wishing for. And this also includes a cute little progress keeper by Karen's Hobby Room. So it's a 5 skein fat mini set and a cute little sheepy stitch marker from Karen's Hobby Room. So the prompt, very nice, right? Mm-hmm. So the prompt for this week is a question that a viewer sent in, and she said that we should ask the other viewers, what have you learned from watching the Best Day Ever Crafting podcast?
Oh, wow.
She says she's learned a lot. She's only been watching for about a month, and she's learned so much. So she said she wants to know what other people have learned. So that'll be the prompt for week 7. For week 8. I will create a thread in the Ravelry group for week 8 and place the question as well as the prize. And we look forward to hearing your responses.
Yes. Wow.
Awesome.
That's a good question.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna participate and come up with an answer or two from what we've learned from the viewers.
Exactly. Yeah, we're always learning and being inspired.
Always learning.
For sure. Cool. Okay, so before we get into what we've been working on, let's talk about what we're wearing.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'm wearing a top that I made probably about 3 years ago. It's by Style Arc, which is a company out of the UK, not the UK, out of Australia. It's an Australian pattern making company. And this is called, I had to look it up because it had been so long. And of course I lost my place. This is called the Rosy Top.
Rosy Top?
It's called the Rosy Top. So it's like a peplum style top with little cap sleeves. And it's like a raglan shaped. You can see the seam right there.
Yeah.
So that creates your sleeves. There's also a seam here, which creates your peplum.
Can you stand back a little bit?
Stand back. Let me move my chair. And try not to cause an avalanche.
I'm trying to see your peplum. Okay, I see it. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it had sleeves.
Yeah, you could possibly make these longer.
Everything is sleeveless.
It's sleeveless, yeah. It's completely sleeveless, but it's so It's a perfect day for it because it's so humid today.
That is so cute. And your
So
your fabric lined up, the pattern lined up really nice.
yeah, it did, didn't it? Because I almost didn't realize I had a a seam here. So I had to do a modification on the side here. I don't know whether you can see. It looks like a triangle panel on the side.
Uh-huh.
This pattern, either I read, I'm pretty sure it was me. I read the sizing wrong, and when I made it, it was not fitting. It was just too narrow.
Oh wow.
To fit, but I really wanted it because I love this fabric. I think it's a linen cotton blend I got from Crate and Barrel, from the Crate and Barrel outlet store. So what I did was I created these triangles to sew on either side of the front and back for both sides, and that gave me about a good 5 inches on each side.
Oh wow.
So this part fit fine. So I didn't need a lot of room up here. It was just this area here that was just, it wasn't enough to go over my body. So that worked out really, really well. And I keep that little technique in my back pocket for other sewing projects, and if
So
I might have the same problem.
So did you come up with that idea yourself, or did you find that on YouTube or something?
All by myself in a moment of absolute desperation.
You were like,
yeah.
Those when the best ideas come. And they're worth a try.
They definitely are. So this is my second style arc pattern making. The first one I made, I can't think of the name of the dress, but I had the exact same problem. It fit fine up here, but the hips and midsection, it was just so narrow. So what I've learned from style archers, their patterns are just like narrow, straight up and down. They have they're not curvy friendly, even though they go up to really large sizes.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna do a style arc pattern, I either have to learn to grade my patterns or either buy a larger size. And well, even then I would have to grade it because I'd have to make it smaller. But I still highly recommend their patterns. They're very simple and easy to follow. And even though they're in Australia, they ship pretty quick. Well, at least they were before the pandemics. But anyway, check them out, Style Arc, and I will definitely link to it in the show notes, which will be in the Ravelry group.
Alrighty, so I'm wearing the, it's called Francis. It's a top by Olga Jazzy. It's knit sideways. And let's see if I can show you a picture. This is one that I knit.
Love it.
And the back is really cute. Let's see the back.
Oh,
that's the back.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yes, yes.
So I knit it up using a Noro yarn, the Noro Tokonatsu. And I made this in July of 2016. So I was going through, what was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for my Sedona. Is it Sedona? Thought I was going to put that on today. And then I saw this. So I was like, oh, I'm going to put this on. This one is, cooler.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it was a nice, I enjoyed the knit. I remember enjoying knitting it because again, it's knit sideways. And then I did I think a 3-needle bind off.
Okay.
And when it, sides came together here in the front, you can't even tell.
No, you can't.
Right here.
Wow. So that's kind of like,
yeah. Okay. But yeah.
Very nice.
It's really comfortable. And I'm wearing it, of course, under a dress, over top of a dress number 1.
Okay.
That kind of matches.
Kinda, I know, right?
Yeah, it all matches.
I don't know if you saw my pants. I'm totally not matching. Excuse me.
Ooh, that's a big, beautiful cloud.
Ooh, I hope it stays beautiful
Wow, I hope it stays over there.
and not weepy. Okay, so shall we go into
Take a picture of it.
finished objects?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this will be finished objects in knitting and crochet. For the second week in a row, I have not finished anything. I've been feverishly working on one whip in particular, and focusing on something else really, really important that's not craft related, but we'll talk about that towards the end. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Alrighty, so my finished objects in knitting and crochet,
Ooh,
of
objects.
course, is another Maggie's beret.
Awesome. Pretty.
This one is a really pretty green,
Mm-hmm.
and it's knit up using plucky loop-de-loop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is a Surrey alpaca, cashmere, I think it's silk.
Mm-hmm.
And the construction of it's kind of like a chain ply. It's a chain ply, so it has a lot of texture.
Yeah.
And those are the like loop-de-loop. So it's like a chain ply, I guess like a boucle, but so much nicer.
It is. So I have a couple of skeins, but I've never worked with it. What do you think about working with the yarn? What's it?
I love it.
Awesome.
That
looks amazing. Yes.
So that's
you just stood that button. You didn't hold that with anything else, right?
Oh no, because it's considered a bulky.
Yeah.
And this is a really pretty green. And I think the colorway is called, I didn't bring the ball band down, but I think it's called, is it Ferrin Down the House?
Ferrin Down the House, yes.
I think it's Ferrin Down.
Fernin, like burning
Fernin?
down. Fernin. Yeah, like burning down the house. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then that was one. So remember, I made a cotton one.
Oh, wow.
So this was the yarn from remember I did the swatch, and I had planned to make the Sedona crocheted top out of this yarn, and it didn't work out.
Right.
So then I was like, I remembered Cheryl on the Zoom meetup do you remember a couple of weeks ago? She had on a really cute, like little cotton slouchy like hat.
Yes.
I was like, well, that's what I'll use the yarn for. So I made me a cotton one.
Wow, that is so cute.
Isn't it cute?
Yes.
It is so, I mean, like I could wear it today if I wanted.
Right. Because it's cotton.
Yes.
Wow, that is adorable.
So people, don't sleep on the Maggie's beret.
You can literally do it in 2 nights. It goes so quickly.
Yes, look, I made 2 this week.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Let me see that color close up. Bring it a little closer.
I have leftovers if you want to make one.
I do. That is so
Isn't that pretty?
Yes. Wow. Yep, I definitely want the leftovers.
I'll get you the leftovers.
Oh, cool. All right. Anything else?
Finished objects for knitting and crochet. That wraps it up for me.
Wraps it up for you? Okay. Okay, so we'll go into what we've been working on, whips, works in progress. The main thing I've been working on is my crochet sweater. I really thought I was going to be finished, but I did make some good progress, so I'll just share that real quick. I'm making the everyday cardigan. I believe that's the name of it. Let me double check. Yes, it's the Everyday Cardigan by Ashley Kaiser, I believe is her name. She can be found on Instagram as Sorella. So the more I work on this thing, this is a heavy sweater. So I've got the front and the back seamed up. Was able to get that done, and I started working on the front. The front, which is a rib pattern in crochet.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And so this is, of course, the neckline, and the bottom also is ribbed. And that's pretty much it. I'm using, what am I using? I'm using this LRA Classic wool. It's just a basic non-superwash wool. And the color is like an icy blue, celery-like color. I had a really hard time when I was starting the rib portion of the crochet because it's different. You're going into the back post or the front post, and it's just completely different. But once I got into a rhythm, it went well, and I actually started enjoying it. What else can I say about this? I think it's going to be almost like a coat because it is so heavy.
Is it?
It is so heavy. So I had 10 skeins, and I'm on my my 6th skein, and I still have to do sleeves.
Oh wow.
So I have three more to go, so I should have plenty. And then if I have more left, I might make this front ribbing a little wider.
So right now, is it the width that the pattern called for?
The fronts,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't close completely. I may have like about an inch gap after I put it on, and I may want it to be a little bit more cozier to actually close in on itself. So we'll see. But at the same time, I don't want this high on my neck.
Well, I think based on what we're doing, I think you should leave it where it is.
True that.
Right?
Duly noted. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So I'm really enjoying this, I must say. Like
Good.
really, really enjoying it. So I'm going to get a sleeve started tonight. That's my goal for tonight. And this is going to be super cozy, comfy come this winter. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been working on, in addition to my blankets, my two scrappy blankets in crochet.
2 scrappy blankets in crochet.
2 scrappy blankets in crochet, yeah.
Okay, so I was doing a fantastic job on my, what is it called? Sedona crochet top. And I had almost gotten to the point of dividing for my sleeves.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Jan, my crochet coach.
Right.
For the next step of the pattern.
Uh-huh.
And we realized, well, I kind of had a feeling. I kept thinking, this is not going to fit on me. This just is not going to fit. It just was not going to fit. So I kept saying that to myself, but of course I kept going. And when Jan and I were on FaceTime, it was Tuesday night, I said, Jan, I just don't think this is going to fit. And she was like, well, put it on. Because I was even to the point where I wouldn't even put it over my head. I guess because I didn't want the bad news.
Right.
So I put it on, and it just will not come down over my shoulders.
Wow. Okay.
So then she was like, so we put it on a dress form. I put it on my dress form and pulled it, over my dress form. I was like, yeah, this barely fits, my dress form. Although I was able to pull it down and everything over it. Mm-hmm. So then she was like, well, did you do a gauge swatch? No, boy. And I was like, you didn't tell me to do a gauge swatch. Excuse me, a cherry pit. So I checked the gauge, and of course my gauge was way off.
Wow.
Way
Much
off.
smaller. Okay.
So it was not going to fit.
Wow.
It was going to be, too small.
Yeah.
So we started trying different hooks. She said, well, try an H hook. Try the H hook. Did a couple of, sections, check the gauge, still no.
Okay.
And then, as you, go up in needle sizes, that changes your fabric.
Right.
And I told her, I really want to keep this fabric. I really like the stitches and the fabric the way that it is.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, well, we're going to have to redo the numbers. And I'm like, what? She said, oh, I can do that. Let's just redo the numbers. So we, look, and then looking at the schematic and, and it was good that the pattern had, a schematic with the inches for like the neck, for like down the shoulder, down to the sleeve, so we were able to figure it out. So her gauge was, I guess, 3.3 3¼ stitches per inch. And my gauge on that same needle was 4 and something more. It was more stitches. So we were able to do the numbers and figured it out. So I restarted.
Okay.
I had to cast on. So the pattern called for 96 stitches cast on. And that was for all 3 sizes, because that was another thing. That was for all 3 sizes. But anyway, necklines don't, matter that much. So we figured I would cast on. So I cast on 130. And then we determined, where to put the markers. So I'm restarted.
Okay.
So this is what
that's what you have.
This is all I have, look, compared to this. I was like, what a roll.
You would have been almost finished. So tell me, now, to me, that looks like it would be really wide for the neck. So did you all talk about how to, like maybe at the end, if it is too wide, how to go back and like cinch it in?
She says that's not a problem. Either you do a single crochet around it, that'll cinch it in, or, do something. She said, don't even worry about that.
Okay,
But the thing is, I'm getting the same
type of fabric. Good.
So it's working out.
Good. Well,
I was so like, what?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Well, that's one thing.
I want the top, so I'll do it. And I said, she says, but you really want it? Because I was just like, forget it. I'm just gonna move on. She's like, but you really want it? And I was like, I do kind of want it. And she's like, well, we'll just do the numbers. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get to work on it, because where I had gotten was, last Tuesday. It was a week.
Right.
I was working at a good pace. So I'll just redo it. If I want it, I have to redo it.
Yeah, and you do want it. That color is so pretty.
This yarn, I really love the yarn too. So, and it seems to be perfect for this project. So
yeah, it does.
It was worth it. I'm glad I didn't keep on with it.
Yeah, I know.
And then got to the end and realized it was too small. I've been there before too. So.
Oh yeah, haven't we all?
I'm glad I stopped when I did.
Good. Well, and it didn't take you long to get to that, like a week. So by next week's podcast, you'll be right where you started.
Yeah,
Yeah. So another whip that I picked up is an old whip, a pair of socks I've been working on. And I'd already finished one. You've seen these, my gradient socks with the Alex Creates yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I picked picked that up again and got quite a bit done on the sock number 2. So I'm hoping to get these off the needles very soon. So this is, I think I'm using a US 1, just a basic toe up pattern, nothing fancy. I think I did 62 stitches. And again, the yarn is by Alex Creates. It's just it's the gradient sock. It's really, really pretty.
Gradient sock set. You
Gradient
get 2
sock
skeins.
Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping, I was kind of worried they weren't going to match up, but I think this one is still a little bit darker, but it's okay. Excuse me. I'm also noticing this. Okay, my head around back. Yep, so I think we're still on track. Yep, so that's something else I've been working on here and there this week.
Well, that's all I have for whips.
Okay. Okay, cool. So then we can go into.
I don't think I did any knit. Well, I finished those 2 hats, but no other knitting this week.
But that's a lot, though. That's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, let's move into sewing.
Okay.
You finished your quilt, right?
I finished the top of the quilt.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's as far as I've gotten.
Okay.
And I was all gung-ho about maybe, finishing it, quilting it, doing all that. But honestly, I just
not feeling
feel like it.
Yeah.
I really like just doing tops because
right.
I was going through my, I have a couple of other quilts in different stages, and I was like, I enjoy that more than just the other parts of it.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's understandable.
So I think even though it's an easy stitch in the ditch, just the idea of doing, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, I get it.
And I want to get it finished, so I'm going to find someone that can finish it. I mean, I know of someone, so I'm going to reach out to them and send it off.
I was online this week looking at, what was I on the Zori Star Quilt Company? I can't remember why, but they will do your quilting for you.
They do that too?
They have
I was going to check with Material Girls down in La Plata.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe those shops in that county have reopened.
Okay, well, let me know.
I'm going to check with them. That would be good, because
that would be really
local.
good.
I wouldn't have to send it anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah, that's what I have. Sewing and quilting. Okay.
Yeah. So I made a couple of tops this week.
You did?
Yeah, my mind has really been focused on sewing because I need clothes. I have clothes. I have so many clothes, but they're all work clothes. Like all of my capris are like a polyester blend with a zipper and a waistband. And I'm not wearing a zipper and a waistband.
You're not feeling a zipper?
I'm feeling a zipper or a waistband. And I need like lounge pants and just really comfy, cozy tops. So anyway, I did make the Sonia Phillips shirt number 1 that I talked about last week out of the cotton voile.
Oh, so wow, that is so pretty.
Mm-hmm. And just so I know it's hard to see what it looks like, so let me just show you just the basics. I mean, it's just a very simple 2 pieces top. Just get a really pretty fabric and let the fabric do the work for you.
Does that have, let's see the sleeve. And does it drop down?
It does drop down considerably.
So like where? To your elbow?
No, not to your elbow. Maybe to about here. Now I do have another one that I made one size larger, and the sleeves come down considerably lower. So that's an option too.
I'm trying to, I don't think I have that pattern because again, sleeves were an issue. So do you bias tape it?
You bias tape the neck, just the neck, and the sleeves just get a double hem.
Oh, the sleeve you hem.
It's the sleeve you hem. I just finished it on the serger and just hemmed it once, just to make it simple. And I think that's like just a pink polka dot.
That's cute. That's really pretty.
It fits really, really well. It's super comfy, flowy. You know, the breeze can go through it, which is exactly what I need. I did French seams on the shoulders and on the sides. Wait a minute, did I do French seams on the side? No, I didn't do French seams on the side. I did French seams on the shoulders. And I made a boo-boo. So I had one side turned in the wrong side when I did the French seams on the shoulder. So really my front is turned inside out. Fortunately, they look very similar. You can't even tell, but
oh wow.
Because I love you all, I'm going to be completely honest and straightforward. And just say, you know, when you're doing a French seam, just take that extra step to make sure that, so the first step, the wrong
sides are together.
The wrong side should be together. And then on the second step, the right sides are together. So lesson learned, but it's fine. It's
still, so you did 1 and 1?
I did 1 and 1.
And you wouldn't take it out?
No, I wouldn't take it out because I didn't realize it until I had done both steps.
Well, we can twin because you know I have that same fabric in the Akita top.
Right.
So I'm willing to expose my arms so that we can twin.
Awesome.
Both wear them.
That's a seam work pattern, Akita?
Yes, you did that one too, didn't you?
I did that one.
I think you did it first.
Did I? I think I still have that pattern too, but I probably need to, I may need to be a bigger size because I was a little slimmer, much slimmer.
Yeah, well you wear your dress, your tunic. Is that a tunic or a top? What is that?
It's she calls it a shirt. She calls it a shirt, but I would say it's a top.
Okay, shirt number, is that shirt number 1?
Shirt number 1, and it hits like right at the bottom of the hip.
I might try that. If I can get a longer sleeve.
You would really like it. I think you would really, and you know, because of the way the pattern piece is, you could easily elongate that sleeve. You really could. Yeah. If you look on Instagram, on just hashtag shirt number 1, you'll see a lot of people made a lot of modifications for this. So that will probably be this Instagram and Pinterest. You'll see a lot of projects that people did. And I also made a dress number 1. A dress number 1 out of this, what do you call it, like a handkerchief print?
That's paisley.
Paisley, yes. And this is also a cotton voile.
It is too?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty.
Isn't it pretty? And this is actually a dress length.
And did you put pockets in there?
Did not put pockets.
But do you feel like, does the fabric feel to you like it should have the inseam pockets?
Maybe. This, like I said, this is super thin, so I don't know if the pockets might like hang it down a bit. I don't know.
So that's a voile.
Yeah.
So it's really light.
It's super light. Super light. I love these little animal print, the orange and blue little.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
It's a beautiful print. And I just used I made the bias tape for the shirt number 1, but for this one, this is just commercial that I picked up from Joann's.
It works perfect. It matches.
It does.
Nice.
Yep. So I learned my lesson. I did French seams on this one too, and I didn't mess it up.
Oh, good.
And
I mean, it's a really nice finish, isn't it?
it looks so professional and
And it
so,
doesn't take that long. And
it
especially
doesn't.
on that dress with the two
Mm-hmm.
seams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And my hem, what did I do for the hem? I think I did a zigzag stitch all the way around, and I just did a single fold hem. Yeah. So I will probably be looking, I don't know what I'm gonna wear under this, because I don't want to wear a slip because that's just gonna defeat the purpose because I'm just gonna be hot. So I just maybe I'll make some shorts. I'll figure it out. Yep. So that's what I've been sewing. I had a thought as I was, because I cut both of those out at the same time. And
Uh-huh.
because I cut out on my dining room table, even though I have a cutting table, it's folded up, and I just hate having to open it up and roll it in here and put it back down. It's just easier for me to just put everything on the dining room table and cut it out. So I'm thinking I'm going to try this week cutting out several things at one time.
Yeah.
So it's done, and then as I'm ready to work on them, I can just work on. Instead of having to take everything off the dining room table for each thing I want to sew.
Right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things I want to get done in the next few weeks. So,
Okay.
yep.
So I have a dress number 1 finished
Ooh.
for the week.
Wow. Look at that fabric. What?
Isn't that cute?
What in the world did you
Yes, what in
find
the
that?
world? And look, on the fabric
Pick
it says
froze,
"Pick
not
froze,
fights.
not fights."
Where did you find that? That is the
I
best.
thought this was, well, the thing is, I found this fabric. Oh, so jot it down and we'll put it in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
The designer, so I got it on Spoon Flower.
Get out.
And the designer of the fabric is FroLab, FRO Lab.
Okay. Wow.
And I bought the fabric initially to make a skirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to have this pick froze, like at the bottom.
Right.
But then I was going through my fabric and I saw this and I was like, oh, I want to use this fabric. So I pulled it out, and as for placement,
Uh-huh.
it was, I wouldn't have been able to get it on the bottom.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay, well, maybe so instead of using it, so I had a lot of fabric left over since I did it this way, because I folded the fabric in and placed the pattern on the fold that way versus on the, fold that, how it usually comes fold.
Right. Right.
And I was like, well, maybe I can get it on just, I didn't want it in the middle. Maybe I can just get it on one side. And that's where it ended up, on one side.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it cute?
That is amazing.
And I made my bias tape, but I did something a little different this time.
Okay.
I just made the bias tape in half.
Uh-huh.
I didn't fold it in the second time.
Okay.
I didn't quarter it. I just made a half all the way around. And then I sewed it on the outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turned it in and top stitched it.
Okay.
That just seemed easier to me.
Is it
because I don't even know. I couldn't get, those clouds are so pretty.
You took a picture, didn't you?
I took a picture. I hope they stay out there though, and they're not full of water. I couldn't get my bias. Okay, so I cut an 1.25 inch bias strips.
Okay.
But somehow I didn't feel like I had the size. I don't even know. I don't know how it worked so well for me before. Remember, I did bias tape before. I don't know. I
Right.
just couldn't get it together. So I was like, okay, no, you can do this. So that's when I decided. And I mean, it looks fine.
It does
It
look
looks
fine.
fine.
And there are no exposed edges.
Nothing's exposed. So
Yeah.
that's what I did.
Okay. You know, there are more than one ways, more than
There's more than one way.
always more than one way.
And
Several.
I think Lou had given me a suggestion for bias tape
Mhm.
another way. So yeah, there's more than one way. I
Definitely.
hate that my iron, well, hopefully it didn't scorch. The iron looked okay, but it seemed like I got some little black spots. But anyway,
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wash it again anyway.
Okay.
So yes,
Cool.
that's my sewing for the week.
That's
Dress number 1.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Awesome, awesome. So, man, we're flying through this today, which is
Are
great.
we?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So next up is stash positions.
Stashquisitions.
Anything
Your favorite part of the show.
My favorite part of the show. I placed a few orders this week and last weekend, but nothing. Only one thing has come in, and that is some crochet hooks from some prim crochet hooks from Wool Winders Yarn Shop in Annapolis. So I have the ones on order on Amazon. They should be here next week, I think. That set that you told me about on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I picked up some larger sizes from Wool Winders because they had a really good sale and free shipping.
Oh, they had a good sale?
I thought they were a good price. I don't think any of them were over $8.
And do they have the prim needles, knitting needles too?
You know, I don't know. I'll check. So I got an H and an O and an L and this jumbo, which is an M. Pretty sure there was hooks even bigger than this, but
There's like a P.
ooh. So
I think it goes up to a Q, I think.
Wow. So actually the O is bigger than the of course the O is bigger than the M, so there's the O.
You think you'll use those for what?
I would love to crochet like a really chunky cowl.
Using
Probably
what?
Probably
Super
not
bulky?
for someone else. Yeah, like super bulky. Like maybe
Super
that
bulky.
bubble stitch or something like that. I think that would be really fun. So I have to look around for some patterns. And viewers, of course, if you have suggestions for fun, quick, chunky cowls, then definitely let me know. Yeah. So that's all I have in acquisitions, which makes me sad because I was really hoping that something else would have been here by now, but
Oh, I can't believe it.
I can't either.
You're gonna have a party in your mailbox tomorrow. Probably.
I am.
Okay, so what did I get in the mail this week? So I got. When did we catch the Dapper Dye Works update? Was that Sunday?
I think it was last Sunday. Yeah.
That was last Sunday, wasn't it? So I got one of my shipments, and what I got in was the hits from the B-side. So they had hits from the B-side were mystery skeins. You got to choose your base, but not your colorway. And they were what, $12 plus 10% off.
Yes.
So $10.80 skeins. So I chose the Stapleton base, which is worsted weight. It's 100% extra fine merino superwash. And here they are.
Wow. So
So
they're
these two are the
similar
same.
color.
These two are the same.
Nice. Very nice. Is that
And then
purpley,
this,
like a purpley gray?
it's like a purpley gray. Look at
Oh,
that.
that's pretty.
And then this one.
Very nice.
And then I got, so these 3 came in the package because I ordered 6. So
Okay.
these came in together.
Okay.
And then the next set,
Ooh.
these 2,
And they match too?
they match too
Oh my goodness.
with this one.
Wow.
And this one's like a really dark, it's almost black. Like.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
beautiful.
I was like, wow. I mean, I would have to inspect them to see why they're on the B side.
Mm-hmm.
Like the red ones, I can see some little, specks.
Okay.
Where the color, flashed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to see that in the knitted, project.
No.
So I would say that these hits from the B side are A side hits to me.
Awesome. Awesome.
So, and I was like, I kept wondering, why is he saying hits from the B side? So, on a record, a 45, the main song or the most popular song was on the A side. And then the B side had whatever, a non-hit or, not as popular.
Mm-hmm.
So even on the website, he has a record and
Right.
it says hits from the B side. So I was like,
Right.
oh yeah, so these are not quite as popular yet, but they can get there.
Yes.
So that got me thinking about 45s and even records that I, had purchased, and what songs on the B side that I liked. There was
Mm-hmm.
and I believe it was an Isley Brothers song, Love Train.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I believe on the B side, and I really like this song. It was called Who Am I by the Isley Brothers.
Oh, wow.
Now, was Love Train by the Isley Brothers?
No.
No, Love Train was by
Who originally sang Love Train?
Love Train was by Love Train by Gerald Levert's dad?
The OJs?
Yes. Wasn't Love Train by the OJs?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Coming back. Okay,
Right.
so Love Train by the OJs. On the B side of that 45, was a song called Who Am I?
Mm.
It was a slow song, and I like that one. So that was my B side. So yeah, that was my A side. I mean, Love Train was okay, but I really liked the B side.
Wow. I wonder if Ray's heard of that because he is the Isley Brothers. That's his favorite.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he turned me on to some Isley Brothers songs that I had never heard of before.
Well, yeah, let me verify that, but I would love for you to ask him about that song.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I thought that was so clever.
So you didn't get yours yet?
No, didn't get them yet. Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing I got was a crochet hook too. The Addy, what are these called? The Addy,
is it the ergonomic something?
Yeah, but it's called
is it a turbo?
No, it's not a turbo, it's called
Why
isn't it on here? And I took the tag off. But anyway, it does have, the handle has some ergonomic properties per se.
Yeah.
And this is a G.
Okay.
Which is a 4.5 millimeter.
Okay, so that's the same size you're using for your sweater,
That's
right?
the same size I'm using. It seems like I'll be using that because I have this in a pearls too.
Okay.
And then I got this skein of Labian Amy mohair silk in the
Ooh.
lease colorway.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
pretty.
this is going to go with that skein of Lolo bean that you gifted me. A mother's
Yes.
love, a mother's
Mm-hmm.
love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold those two together because I'm going to make the shawl. It's Hoagie's latest shawl,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the idea from Espace Tricot, of course.
Of course.
They were knitting the color, this exact same two colorways.
Ooh.
And let me see if I can find it real quick. What did I say the name of that?
We referenced it in the show notes from week before last, I think.
Did we? Oh, here it is right here.
Okay.
The Venetia.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make this shawl holding
That's so pretty.
yeah.
Awesome.
So I got that.
Very,
It's
very
so
nice.
pretty. This is really pretty.
It's like a hot pink.
It's like a hot fuchsia. Just
Ooh.
with that silk,
Yeah, just shines.
it just shines.
Mm. That is some kind of that skein is saying something.
And lastly, I said I was not. Oh, so I was looking. So as it turns out, I didn't have enough gray Neuro Solo for my tassels for my granny square throw.
Yes.
So I needed to order another skein of that.
Okay. Okay.
So the site that I found it on, they had a really, 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 really good sale on
Oh,
their
wow.
other colorways or all their solo.
Okay.
So I got a sweater quantity in this color.
Oh, that's
It's a
beautiful.
blue. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty. So what website was that?
Oh, gee. I will have to provide it
Okay, that is really pretty.
because it's not coming to me right now.
Okay. That's like an Aran weight, worsted weight?
Yeah, it's considered an Aran weight,
Okay,
worsted Aran weight.
right.
And I said I wasn't going to make another Felix, but this would make a really pretty
Make
Felix.
a Felix. Yeah.
Or it may be something else. I don't know, but I have enough for
Beautiful.
a Felix.
Beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
It's very pretty.
I'm trying to get into blues.
Oh my goodness, blues are the best.
I don't
The
think
way you love jeans?
I know, but I don't know why blue, but it will be.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome.
Well, I think that's it for acquisition.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You said you had some dream making, some patterns were
Oh, yeah.
really calling your name.
Yeah, let me find those.
So
Do
we
you
talked
have
about
any?
yeah, let me see. I was watching Constance and her podcast, which is called Stitching Over the Days. Do you watch her?
You know what? I watched Constance live on IG today.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, she had Lily Kate makes.
Yes.
And she
But
was
it should still
wearing
be on her profile.
and she
right?
was wearing that sweater, her latest that sweater that you love that she had made. She was wearing that with the cutest little Peter Pan white collared She is the cutest little thing.
She is adorable. I just want to put her in my little pocket. And she is a maker. She is so amazingly talented. So her name is Constance. Her Instagram name is, I believe it's Stitching Over the Days. And
no, it's Cleo
Mac.
CMC.
Okay, Cleo CMC.
Yes, CLEO CMC.
Okay, I'll get it right for the show notes. And her podcast is called Stitching Over the Days. And it's really, really good. It's really, really good. So watching Constance this week, she talked about this pattern from Jade Starmore.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe it's pronounced Trey. So that's the back of it.
Oh, yeah. She showed that on her Instagram Live. That's going to be her next.
That's her next. It's so pretty. Look at that.
What's the name of that?
Traigh, Traigh. Let me see if I can get another shot. Okay, here's the front shot. That is so pretty.
That is pretty.
Yeah. I think it's knit in the Alice Starmore Hebridean 2-ply, but they aren't shipping right now.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic. So hopefully.
Did you check Woolly Thistle?
I did not check Woolly Thistle, but I can check Woolly Thistle. But there are a lot of substitutions you could make for this yarn.
What weight yarn is it?
It's a fingering.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I think you do need a nice toothy woolly wool. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but I really like, I think I would like a really substantial non-superwash wool.
Have you ever used Knit Picks palette?
I have not.
A lot of people use that for color work.
Right, and it's a really good, nice price point too.
Good price point.
Trying to see if
a lot of colors.
Yes, lots of colors.
So is that steeked at all or not?
I believe it is.
It's really pretty.
It doesn't, now steeked is not one of the tags, but I'm almost sure it is. It's very pretty. Her podcast is one of those that makes you want to make everything and makes you believe you can make everything. So I love that. I think that's very pretty. Very, very pretty. So I faved it. Not sure if I'll make it anytime soon, but I
found this crochet shawl today I thought was really cute and pretty. It's called the Knits.
Oh, that is cute.
It's crocheted. It's called Knit shawl.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Nix.
Awesome.
Very nice. It calls for 450 to 525 yards of a DK weight.
Okay.
So you're using, 3. Oh boy, that just pops into my head right there. Something I could use to make that.
Yeah. 3 skeins of DK, 3 different skeins?
Yeah, because this is it's 3 or 4 different colors. They don't give you on Ravelry, they don't give you information about the yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me see. Oh, they're referring you or suggestions to dig out some sparkly DK yarn or just 1 ball of Lion Brand mandala.
Okay.
So that's that.
Oh goodness.
I will come up with something else. Oh boy, did you see this?
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, that's pretty.
That's called Sprinx. Sprinx. Syrinx. That published this week.
Wow.
And you're holding mohair and a fingering weight together.
Spell
But
that
if you
again. For some reason, it's not coming up.
Syrinx.
Mm-hmm. That's
Isn't that pretty?
beautiful.
I mean,
Okay.
I want to make this. This might.
That's so pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
It's so feminine. Just put that in my face. Beautiful. Stephanie Erb. Isn't she the one that did the clock, the knitted clock that I still have to make?
Yes.
She has beautiful patterns. Wow. Okay.
Well, we were going to make the clock. You were going to take the class. Had you signed up for that class?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
If we had gone to Montreal.
Exactly. Yep, had signed up for that class.
There are a bunch that I love, but I like that crochet shawl. And I tell you, the water arcade is another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jan started her making her little.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Come on, start it." I was like, "I want to, but it's like I'm trying to stay the course and get some of these whips done."
I have a gradient set in Plucky Snug Fingering. It's a pink that I think would be so pretty. But again, I don't know about the blanket, maybe the scarf. We'll see. But it's so pretty. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, let me show you. This is the Water Arcade by Carolyn Bloom. It's this beautiful crochet blanket.
Yeah. But it could be a shawl. I would do the shawl. And then she's also doing a sweater too.
Yeah.
Have you seen the sweater?
Mm-hmm. I tell you. And then I saw she highlighted someone in her Instagram stories last night who made 2 or 3 of the circles and then sewed them on a project bag, which is really pretty.
Really cute.
And she even combined them by using the same technique that's in the Water Arcade blanket. So it's cute. I actually had the bag in my shopping cart last night.
Oh, it was for purchase?
It's for purchase. Mm-hmm.
You said you had the bag in your cart.
I had the bag in my cart.
You didn't get the bag?
No, I didn't. You know what? I need to look, I'm talking about this. I hope it's still in her stories so that I can link it in the show notes. So that's Carolyn Bloom. Yes.
We go to Walgreens real quick.
Okay.
You need something?
No, thank you.
Sure.
Yes. Oh, I do.
No.
I'm gonna put myself on mute for just 1 second. Okay, I'm back.
That was quick.
Right. What's Carolyn Bloom's Instagram name?
Blooming Handmade Studio.
Right. Let me see. So look, she highlighted, did you see she highlighted Jan Clay's?
Oh, did she?
Uh-huh. So pretty. And here's the bag. Let me show you real quick. Look at that.
Where did you see the bag though?
It's in Carolyn's Instagram stories. So the maker of the bag is by Nanette Wake.
Who?
Nanette Wake.
Man, I didn't get that.
Nanette, like Nanette Lepore. Nanette Wake Studio. I'll link to it in the show. She has a beautiful shop. She's got yarn. She's got art bats. She's got Rolex, project bags. Just, I had a good time last night just scrolling through so many beautiful things. So I may have to revisit her shop tonight. Oh, look at this bag. Isn't that pretty?
That is.
And a lot of her bags, they're hand woven. The fabric is hand woven. So
Wow.
they're truly, truly one of a kind, unique pieces. Yup.
Oh, they're woven. Does she weave them too?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If you go to her shop, you will see, I'm like, man, so much talent. She's doing it all.
She weaves the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. Beautiful things, aren't they?
Oh, and here's the bag where she did the embellishment of the
With the water arcade.
yes.
Squares. Mm-hmm.
That is so cute. And
Isn't
little
it cute? It's a good price
felted,
too.
a
Mm-hmm.
felted zipper pull.
Right.
Wow.
I know.
Oh boy. All the things.
All the things. Yeah, so anything else in dream making?
No, I'm a dream on.
Yeah, I know, right? Trying to stay focused on the current projects. So we said early on, I said I would talk about what's been kind of taking up a little bit of my time mentally and physically this week.
Yes.
So this week I decided to join Weight Watchers again for like
Rejoin.
I've started and stopped so many times. And I'm trying to think, what was the motivation besides the obvious for starting back this time? What was something? Oh, probably getting my blood work results in the mail from the doctor. Wasn't horrible, but definitely could have been better. It shows, I think my blood work shows that I'm doing some good things, but I need to make a lot more changes. So not all bad news, but definitely could be a lot better. So, and another thing, I had an aha moment. In the past, when I joined Weight Watchers, it was difficult to stick with it because I'm a busy person. Well, I was, and I still am a very busy person, but in the past I was busy, commuting to work, taking care of my mom, and just being pulled in so many directions, and I just could not stay focused. So I got to thinking, I'm home. I have all the time to prep my meals, to try new recipes. This is my time to just focus, and I have no excuse. And I just felt so motivated, and so I feel like I can really, really do this. So I went back to my go-to, which was Weight Watchers. I rejoined. Well, I won't say rejoin because I was actually paying for the membership, but I wasn't using it.
No?
No.
What?
I would refer to it every once in a while. I'd go in if I was curious about points to see how many points a certain food was.
Oh, okay.
But
you were okay.
Not following it strictly by any means. So I, rejoined and just fully immersed myself into it. I did some grocery shopping. I just spent some time with myself thinking about what I wanted to have for breakfasts or what I could do for lunches and dinners. And I don't have the temptation of going to restaurants and not picking the right thing because I'm not going to restaurants. I don't have the worry of not being able to pack my breakfast or my lunch to go to work because I'm right here and home and everything is here for me. I'm like, this is a perfect time to join. It's a perfect time to join, and it's a perfect time for me to focus on me.
So yeah. So and then I got to also thinking, I was thinking, how did I get to this point? Because my weight is definitely at an all-time high. And so I got to thinking, so this is 2020. 2019, if you all, know I've talked about the fact 2019 was a rough year. I lost my mom and my sister. But this all started back in 2018 was when my sister got sick, which was maybe 3 months after I had major surgery. So we found out she was sick while we were on vacation, 3 months after I had major surgery. So I never got a break. I never got a break from recovering from surgery. I got off of vacation and I went straight into, caring for my sister mode in the hospital, communication with doctors. At the same time, taking care of my mom. So I never really had a break. Then when they passed away, I still didn't take a break. I took a couple of days off work and I just kept going. So that brings me to where I am now, which is definitely not as healthy as I would like to be, but I kind of had to sit with myself to understand how I got to this point. So no shame, no judge. It is what it is, but I understand, what was going on. It was a difficult time, and now it is my time to focus on myself. And I'm excited about that.
So excited that you sent your friend an invite to join Weight Watchers, and she was, she being me, was in a very similar place in life as well.
Yeah.
So I joined and this week, and
Without any hesitation.
we just submerged ourselves in to getting back up and running, because like you, I had joined again for the umpteenth time. When I joined, when I went, to join, and I typed in my email address, it came back, oh, you already have an account. So then I selected forgot password, and then it came up with this whole long list of Weight Watchers, usernames. Do you mean this one? Do you mean this one? Do you mean this one? And each one had a date, a date associated with it.
Wow. Okay.
So under that email address, my email address that I use now, I had usernames dating back to 2007. And I was like, wow. So I had, going back to 2007, where was I working? What was I doing? And then I got to thinking, well, no, you joined Weight Watchers when you were working at Department of Energy in the 90s. And then I was like, I had a different email address then. So don't know how many usernames I had under that old, just to say all that. I never made goal at any, one of those instances or, times, but I did lose weight. And I probably could go back because I kept all my Weight Watchers, we would track everything in a book.
Yes.
I still have, had the little case and the little book and all the stuff. And I could go back, and so I plan to go back and, look through that to see where I was then. But I've always had the same goal weight. So this time I'm gonna get to that goal weight.
Awesome.
This time I'm gonna get there.
Awesome.
And like you, it's like now is the perfect time. I have been saying all through, the pandemic, that this is a reboot. This is a restart. This is doing a new thing.
Yeah.
And this is my reboot. This is my reboot for my health.
Yeah.
I have been, I will acknowledge that I have been extended more than my share of grace with my, my health, and that's not going to last.
Right.
And it's what you do here is when you reap the rewards. You either reap the rewards of good, but you're going to reap what you sow as far as your health is concerned. What you do now, later on, is going to come, you're going to sow that.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to it. And the program is so easy. I can't even believe how many free foods there are.
Yes.
Everything is free.
So many free things.
You can make a meal off of free food, 0 points. And when we say that,
for
anyone that's not, has never joined Weight Watchers or, know anyone, but so based on your questionnaire, because it asks, you have the questionnaire, you answer questions about your eating habits, and then based on your questionnaire, your age, your height, and your weight, you're, given X number of points for every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then every food item has a point value.
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many things that are 0 points, and they say you don't even have to track those. You don't even, you know what I mean? You don't have to track them.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have been tracking, because that was one of my goals. It's like, okay, you're going to track it regardless.
Right.
Good, bad, or indifferent. You need to track it.
Yes.
So yesterday was not, I knew I was over my points, and I didn't track it yesterday, but I did. When I got up this morning, I tracked everything.
Good.
And I mean, I'm still within my, my weekly allowance.
Right.
Plus, the morning I joined, soon after I joined, I got up and went walking. I walked over a mile.
Right.
And then the next day, I walked, I think, 2 miles, which I find that I'm a slow walker. I mean, I'll build my pace up. I'll get there. But I walked, and I got points for that. So you get fit points too.
I have to come walk with you. Face mask, of course, because before you pick up your pace, because I'm a slow walker.
I know. And the thing
I have a good pace, but I'm not there yet.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
So the second day, Tracy, my friend, she's a walker. She's a runner. She's a bicyclist. She does all the things. So today she got 12,000 steps in her morning walk. And I'm like, well, how long did you walk? And it would take me, I think, double that time to get those points, which it's not a race. It's no comparison or whatever, but just like we've already said, I've said to her, I won't be walking with you. We may get on the same, path or trail together, but we won't be side by side. If you need to go ahead or do, whatever you need to do it. So we're kind of thinking about if Sunday morning, if the weather is good, we're gonna maybe walk across the bridge, because that's what she's never been across the bridge.
I haven't either. Whew. We're talking about the what do you call that bridge? Is it the Woodrow Wilson?
It's the Woodrow Wilson Bridge.
The Woodrow Wilson Bridge that connects Maryland to Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah. And underneath it's the Potomac River.
Yes, the Potomac.
It's the Potomac, and it's a beautiful walk.
It's
absolutely beautiful. So that's my goal. I like to get across that bridge this summer, for sure.
And we could, if you think our pace is, even if our pace isn't, like I said, it's like, I'll meet you on the other side, or, how we do at festivals. We may
Yeah,
not want to go into be in the same booth, but it's like, you go ahead, or I'll meet up with you or whatever. So
exactly.
The idea is to just get it in.
Yeah, to get it in. So yeah, Weight Watchers is awesome. They have so many tools, and the app is amazing. A lot of support. There's an online community if you want to connect with other people. And then Oprah is, you know, a what do you call it? She's a Weight Watcher supporter. So she's got some YouTube videos, some ways she's been connecting with YouTube like Weight Watchers members. So there's just a lot of help and assistance.
Yeah, and now with the pandemic, all of the workshops are virtual.
Mm-hmm.
So this morning I did my Kickstart, which is the, you know, startup meeting on Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
and the coach was in Texas. She was awesome.
Awesome.
That was good.
Yeah.
And then I did a work. We did that
Tuesday.
work. Yeah, our what they call them workshops now.
Workshops.
They don't call them meetings.
Yeah, your weekly workshops.
Yeah, the meeting was with your local, and they call them studios. They don't call them centers anymore. They call them studios.
Right.
So your local studio in Forestville.
Yes.
So we joined that, and that was Zoom too, right? That was
Zoom.
Zoom.
That was Zoom too. Yeah.
So maybe you'll do one of mine, because I have to figure out mine in Waldorf.
Oh, definitely. I'm still not sold on which one is going to be my permanent. I'm still searching for the perfect group.
Yeah, it could be any of them right now since it's virtual.
Exactly.
You know which one is more than likely going to be, once we're out and about again, it's going to be the one probably closest to you.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, you can join. You can visit any of them, because the content is the same from week to week. They're all discussing or the same thing. So I think that would be fun.
Yeah. What I had to realize is that I have to do, it's not just the work of making good food choices. It's the work of like digging deep and understanding why I do the things I do, why I make the choices I make. And that takes time. And it takes effort, and it takes focus. And it's not easy. I did my Kickstarter yesterday, and I got a little misty on a call. I thought I was going to have to turn my video off.
Did you?
I kept it together because she was asking about the why. You need to come up. I took a whole bunch of notes, but you need to come up with your why. Why is it you want to lose weight? And it can't just be because you want to look good in clothes, or you want to only buy 4 skeins of yarn instead of 8 skeins of yarn to make a sweater, because that's not. That's going to just be a residual reward, but it's got to be something deeper. So I know what my why is. I'm completely convinced of what my why is.
You are? Mm-hmm. So they pretty much, so that question that was posed to us as well today, and I didn't have an answer right then.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm hoping, to come across this weekend.
Right.
Is why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yep. So, looking forward to this journey. Looking forward to picking up some recipes and, lightening up the things I already like to make. And it's going to be fun.
And they don't have to be elaborate. Is it something tasty that you're going for, or eating more healthy? Where did I see something that I thought I would never be able to try, but I was like, I'm going to try this. So the lady, she may have been a coach, but anyway, she eats her salads with no dressing.
Okay.
So she says, load up your salads with all the things.
All the 0 point things.
If you want the crunchy, the tasty, the savory, you know, and she says you can do that all with 0 points.
Right.
And then to top it all, she doesn't put any dressing on. And she says now her husband eats that way.
Oh,
She
wow.
says she has friends that eat salad that way. You know, to me, the dressing is the best part of the.
It is.
It's kind of like the best part. It brings the salad all together.
Right, right.
So I said, I'm going to try that. I do like salad dressing, but I can like get more into more vegetables and more greens, and if I want cheese on it, I can have cheese, but not, you know,
Exactly.
and cheese is savory. It, you know, it's the taste of it.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Okay,
Salad with no salad dressing.
Let me know how that works out. So we'll definitely be, we'll keep you abreast of our journey as we come up with different recipes and different things we've tried. Like somebody mentioned pop chips. I want to try the pop chips because they have to replace the scoops that we love.
And you know what? I thought about that. Because I was like, what's going to replace my scoops? But I can still have scoops.
You can have anything you want.
You can have anything you want. And then I was kind of like hesitant about, or I guess kind of afraid to look and see how many points scoops were. But 10 scoops is a lot.
It is.
It's 5 points. That could
really
be. But if I eat a 0 points dinner, I can have
20 scoops.
I can have 2 servings of scoops.
Exactly. Yeah. So you learn how to work it. You learn how to work the program, you know, to suit you. And I've been enjoying fruit so much this week.
I have too.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a fun, I look at it like my knitting, like my making, like when I start on a project, especially if it's a sweater and you know it's going to be a long-term project, but you work on it bit by bit, stitch by stitch.
It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Row by row. It is. It is. So this is so.
We're learning something new.
Learning something new.
I'm telling you, all the 0 points. Yeah. And it's not that you're going to overdo it, but my goal is not to make all my meals 0 points, but it's like the things that I like to eat. And they kind of recommend that you start. So when you start a meal, start with your 0 points. So start with your, vegetables, and then add your 3 ounces of protein, which is 0 points too. And then you build a meal that way.
Right.
So yeah. I like how I like the program now.
Yeah, better. I do too.
It seems more doable.
Yeah, definitely.
It really does seem more doable.
Yeah. It's like no excuses. No excuses.
Did you notice though that a serving of water is 20 ounces though?
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so it's no longer.
You know
when
what?
you track your water, it tracks it at 20 ounce increments.
You can change that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in your settings because I had mine set for 32 ounces. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't.
A serving?
As a serving. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. I think I'm going to maybe change mine to 16.
Oh, I went in and changed it to 8. So, yeah, so the app is great. You can do things like that. And she showed me something. Oh, and the exercise classes built in the app.
Oh, yeah, I did one of them. I did one yesterday.
I did too.
Did you do the one with Gabrielle Union?
No, I want to try hers. I did a high intensity interval training, a 20 minutes.
Oh, you did that for?
Don't ask me why I did that.
20 minutes? You didn't do the intro one?
Well, it said it was low intensity, and it was low intensity, but I was like drenched in 20 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, I did the, Gabrielle Union had a arms class because that's something I want to focus on.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I can get the arms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was 5 minutes and it was done.
Right.
And then so I did that what's today? Friday. So I must have did that Wednesday. Yesterday morning, I did the arms exercises while still in bed. I stretched out Jack. You know, he had already gotten up, so I had the whole bed, and I just spread out and did all the, you know, exercises.
Okay.
Because you're laying down flat when you do.
Right.
You're laying down on your stomach, you know, on the floor. I was like, I'll do it in bed.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did it.
I have to look for that. And one new thing that I'll try, then we'll wrap it up. I tried this morning because I was listening to the Oprah video that was on YouTube, and she was talking about how what you do at the first part of the day sets you up for the rest of the day. And so she was saying that one thing that most of us do, and I know I was guilty of this, the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I grab my cell phone. I grab my cell phone and I'm into the cell phone first thing in the morning. And she was like, that's just not a good thing to do, because you're already just setting yourself up for, you know, for whatever stresses that come with those messages or whatever. So she suggested like setting up rituals and routines for yourself, like getting up and feeling your feet on the cool hardwood or on the soft carpet. What does it feel like? Open up your windows and then let the sun in, you know, open up your blinds and let the sun in, and just, you know, do a few stretches, just welcome the day. So I tried that this morning and it was amazing. Just the little, just little things that you can do to just help you to be calmer and help you to set yourself up for having a good day. So this is a journey. This is a journey. And I know we chatted a lot about this today. We won't chat like this about this in other episodes. But if you all have suggestions on what you're doing to stay healthier, we'd love to hear it. Are you on Weight Watchers? You know, are you a gold member? We really want to hear.
Yeah, let us know. And then even if you want to, if you decide you want to join, let us know and we can send you an invite.
Yeah, you can get a free month.
Yeah, you get a free month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and we're not sponsored by Weight Watchers.
We are not. We may be one day.
I know, right?
Because we're really excited about it and willing to share.
Absolutely. Once someone asked a question, Sandy in Tacoma, Washington, wanted us to answer really quickly, what's our favorite afterthought heal method?
Well, you mean, is there a pattern that we follow?
Mm-hmm.
Does she knit her, do you know if she knits her socks toe up or cuff down?
I think she does cuff down.
Oh, okay. Afterthought. What about, doesn't Lala?
Yes.
Laura has an afterthought heel pattern that I would more than likely follow if because I knit toe up socks, so I treat my afterthought heel just like a toe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I pick up, you know, I put in waist yarn. And are we talking true afterthought, or are we talking about putting in waist yarn for afterthought?
Well, whatever's your favorite. So you like to put in waist yarn. I used to do it that way. Now I don't put in waist yarn. I just insert.
Yeah, let me find Lala. She has, and we can put it in the show notes.
Yeah, we'll put Lala's in the show notes. That's for if you want to put in the waist yarn. And then the one I follow most of the time is a video that was done by Curvy Werby, where she does, like, I think she calls it the true afterthought heel. But and I really like it because you avoid the gaps. The way she has you do it, you avoid those gaps on the side. You don't have to do any picking up. So we'll link to both of those, Sandy. And you know, you can always text me if you have other questions. Yeah, but we love afterthoughts. Anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up, Marthella?
I think that's it. It's called the Afterthought Heel Socks by Laura Linneman. But again, we'll put it in the we'll put it in the show notes.
Yep.
And that's the one where I guess maybe my first, I don't know. You could, if it's your first, you could do it either way.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the I guess for me, if for the concept of it, I probably would do it the first time with waist yarn,
Definitely.
just so that you'll grasp the concept,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to maybe the next pair. I would do like a true afterthought.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. But
Yeah.
that's all I have.
Okie doke. All right. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I got this little pin. This is also going to go into the giveaway because we've got about 6 more of these to give away from Shayla, Black Pearl Magic, her yarn lover pin. So I'll sit that.
Do you
over
have
there.
mine put away?
Yes, I have yours put away.
Okay. Okay.
I'm holding it hostage until I get that cotton yarn to make my Maggie's beret.
You would make it right away.
I would, yep. Because I need it for bad hair days. Today,
I know.
those days, my hair is doing something weird.
So, well, we can talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Nice chatting with you today. So we'll be back next Friday with some more makes, and I promise I'll have something finished. Even if it's just a dishcloth.
It's okay if you don't.
Okay. But I definitely will be making something for sure. Yeah. All right. So stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you in a week.
Okay. Happy making.
Okay. All righty. Bye-bye.